This isn't the end. Another dream is waiting to begin.
Hey guys, welcome to my run on D2D Eos Stage III in D4 Global. Now this fight can be pretty tricky if you don't know the mechanics at all. There are two key elements here. Firstly, during certain HP thresholds, the boss will attempt to land certain debuffs on you, and you do need to have a way to prevent, preferably, or at least cleanse debuffs. Secondly, the boss will enter restorative phases during the fight. You do need to keep an eye out because in the restorative phase, if the boss gets a turn, it will attempt to heal itself, and essentially if it heals itself, the run is over. The mechanics require you normally to do 10 elemental weakness attacks to disable the boss from healing itself before it gets a turn, and this can be rather tricky to do. So the easy way to get around that is simply don't let the boss get any turns at all, so that it will never be able to heal itself. This is the reason why I brought Noctis along. You could also use a key delayer such as Christie's, that should also work. But Noctis also represents very good, often single target damage, so he's really perfect for this fight. Besides Noctis, I brought in Aerith. Aerith is there firstly for the debuff immunity. You could also just simply slap on a Raijin call on somebody, and a Raijin LD call will prevent the boss from debuffing you. But the second reason why I brought Aerith is that she actually synergizes extremely well with Noctis. Aerith's Force Echoes fulfills both of Noctis's Force conditionals, and so that means that when Aerith uses her Echoes, you get a whopping 160% Force Gauge bonus increase. Essentially, Noctis and Aerith using both their Echoes will bring you very close to maximum Force bonus very quickly. This just leaves my main DPS, and for that reason I chose Papalymo. And the only reason I chose Papalymo is I wanted to do a 0 turn run since I'm using Noctis. You don't really have to, any single target DPS should probably be enough. And because I want this to be a 0 turn run, I'm not even using Papalymo's BT mode because the BT mode will increase the turn count. But that's okay because Papalymo has a lot of free instant turns in his kit. That was the main reason why I went with him. Because throughout the fight until the very near end of the fight, your summon mode is actually disabled, so normally with Noctis eventually you want to also pop summon to keep the turn count at 0. Because you can't, so I made a little bit of adjustment and just went with Papalymo nuking down the boss. So here I've just entered into Force Time with Noctis, and ideally you want to enter Force Time before the boss hits 30%. Don't worry though, the boss charges its Force Gauge extremely slow. As you can see here, the boss is only at 21%, so there is a lot of leeway anyway. The turn order is also perfect so that Noctis and Aerith can use double echoes before Papalymo gets his turn. One thing also is you do need Aerith to have her Prayer of Cetra light equipped, otherwise you will not get the same turn order as I did. Once more, do not remove Aerith's Prayer of Cetra light passive. Then Papalymo starts his turn and I'm already at 705% Force Gauge bonus with 9 turns of Force remaining. Here I used the Prishe call. I'm not so sure that this is the right choice or not. The Prishe call doesn't really increase the Force Gauge bonus all that much, and I don't think that wasting a Force Time turn in order to give Papalymo the call aura is worth it. Since this is a single target fight, you want to focus more on Papalymo's single target abilities. This includes his EX, but only while his Blizzard aura is up. Do not use EX if it's the fire aura up. because the fire aura is more designated for AoE attacks and will do less damage in single target fights. Also, before you do anything else, you do want to use 2 of Papalymo's FR right at the start, because this is the time when Papalymo is buffed with Warp Step. If you use it later, then you will increase the turn count. So use 2 of Papalymo's FR. Always use Xenoglossy over Foul. That's because Foul is more suited for AoE and Xenoglossy does more dumps on a single target fight. It is pretty straightforward. Essentially, if Papalymo's overhead is at 2 stacks, you always want to use Xenoglossy. If his EX is up and he's at the Blizzard stance, you want to use EX. And when his overhead is at 0 stacks, you want to use LD to refresh his overhead. Keep in mind that Papalymo's LD will automatically change him to fire stance, so after you use his LD, you don't actually want to use EX any longer. Here, since I'm at 99%, I use the 10-point crystal ability attack. What I'm trying to do is really just to bring the boss to 19% health, because once the boss is that low, you can just use the 30-point attack and kill the boss that way. That's it, mission achieved. Honestly, this ability is really broken. 20% health in a free turn is really busted, I have to say. That's it for stage 3. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment and subscribe. Till then, I will release the next video in 3 days time. See ya!
May the light forever shine upon us.